Hey, it's your guy Tyrrell back with the interviews. Croatia Group D winners have a date with Denmark. Is it a blessing in disguise, or are they set to be in for an upset? Can Croatia win? How are they going to do it? Who will be the key man to push them to the quarterfinals? Don't worry, here at the interviews, we've got you covered. So on this edition of the interviews, we're going to break down 3 main talking points that could help Croatia against Denmark. So Croatia, group winners of Group D, have a date with Denmark, probably the draw that they would like to have. Everyone is tipping Croatia to be the team to beat on that side. They've looked good in the group stage, and a lot of people are putting stock in them making a deep run to the World Cup. I've heard semifinals, I've heard finals. The first task is Denmark. Will they do it? I'm going to break down 3 points as to why or why not they may encounter some issues. Number 1, this Croatian side, although a lot of people are putting a lot of stock in them, haven't been that great. When we really break it down to the nitty-gritty and really dissect how they've played throughout the tournament, they've got the results, but it hasn't been there really. You look at the Nigeria game, they struggled in the first half. They couldn't really get Modric and Rakitic going. The attack wasn't really getting together. There was no link between midfield and attack, and they didn't really get much out of it. Like there was no real substance. When you think about it, they had their first shot on target in the 90th minute. So there's obviously a divide. There's an issue there. They had Modric and Rakitic sitting a bit deeper. We know how good they are. Arguably one of the best midfields in the tournament. They could dictate the tempo of the game. They could dominate the center of the pitch. But when it comes down to it, you got the front four there, and there needs to be a bit more. There needs to be guile in the final third. There needs to be a player who could play that decisive pass. And when we look at their attack, we don't really have it. Rebic and Perisic, direct players, but have only looked good in the tournament when they've attacked space, specifically against Nigeria, specifically against Argentina. When they've had chances on the counterattack, they've looked good. We look at Mandzukic, he somewhat needs service too. He could press from the front. They're a good pressing team. But on the day, is he going to be the difference maker, and how is he going to get the service? And then we look at Kramaric as well, somewhat coming from the same mold, could drop off, could link play, but they haven't really got it all together in the final third. Against Nigeria, they show that. Against Argentina, Modric and Rakitic were pressed out of the game. That was a big issue. When they were going forward, they couldn't really get anything going unless they hit space behind the advanced attacking wing backs. We have to look at this Croatian side and we have to think, can they really go all the way? Have they really shown us that they are that team from top to bottom that could do it? Against this Denmark side, they get a different proposition. Denmark is going to sit deep. They're going to be organized. They look to hit you on the counterattack as well. So it's going to limit any chances that Croatia have on the counterattack because they're going to dominate the game. And when you think about what Denmark has been through in the group stage, Peru, France, they're well equipped for this. They're ready for this. And we're going to really get to have a good idea as to how good this Croatian side can be in terms of breaking down teams, because we know they're good on the counterattack when there's space. And even then, it's a bit too inconsistent what they're finishing when they get into good areas. Number 2, who is the reliable goal scorer? Perisic, Rebic, Mandzukic, they need service. How are they going to get the goals? They've struggled to really score goals unless it's on the counterattack. I've just stated that it's very unlikely that Denmark are going to try and take the game to Croatia. They're going to sit deep. They're going to be organized. So where are the goals going to come from? Set pieces? Is it going to take an individual mistake again? Where are Croatia going to get the goals? Who is going to be that guy to step up to the plate? Will it be Modric again? Can Modric supply them? Can Rakitic get Mandzukic going? Can the wide players supply Mandzukic in the box? That is a big question for this Croatian side, who have yet to convince me. And then finally, their defense hasn't looked that great. Yes, I know they haven't really conceded they didn't concede any goals against Nigeria, they didn't concede any goals against Argentina, but look what they were up against. They did a good job containing Lionel Messi, but that Argentinian side is disjointed. They have a lot of problems. They weren't really assembled to beat a side like Croatia. And then we look at the Nigerian side, lots of substance, but no real quality in the final third. Denmark could fit that mold as well. Who's really going to score for Denmark on the counterattack? But they've looked good on the counterattack. They have a a match winner in Christian Eriksen. This Croatian side, especially when they're pressed at defense, Strinic, Versalco, Vida, Lovren, they need to be better. And they're going to have to be better if they're going to keep going deep, if they're going to go deep in this tournament. And it starts with Denmark. And this is a big test for Croatia. We have a side that many people are putting a lot of stock in, that are obviously very confident, that feel that they've done well so far, and they have from a result standpoint. But in terms of an overall performance, are they legit? Are they the real deal? It starts with Denmark. Can they break them down? How are they going to score goals? Can that defense keep it together? And once we see that, then maybe we could take that favorites semifinal final talk a one step further. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think Croatia is going to win? If so, how are they going to get it done? Or do you think Denmark could pull off an upset? Meet me in the comments below. Don't forget I upload videos every day, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And that was your daily dose of the interviews.